hier bei Atreo im Backstage-Raum. Neben mir Alex, der Sänger, und Marc, der Bassist. Hey guys.
Hi. Howdy.
How's the tour going so far? I've heard you got in a little accident, didn't you?
Yeah. The tour's been really good, but I managed to headbang my bass when it was all the way down to my knees. Like, I headbanged all the way down. Cut my head open, was bleeding everywhere. The first song of the first show. But it was fun, though. It never hurt once. I just looked cool with blood everywhere.
So did you play the whole show till the end?
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think twice about it. I mean...
It's pretty metal.
You got to play the show. I mean, are you kidding me? I could obviously tell it wasn't bad enough to make me stop. So whatever. Everyone's like, you got to get stitches, and yeah.
It's like
chicks like scars, right?
Right. So you try to compete with bands like War, huh?
No.
You just need some more sperm. Then the blood is already there.
Yeah, I need a lot more blood. A lot more sperm.
I'm gonna cut off your head and come on you later.
Yeah, there's a lot more you have to do to compete with that.
Okay. Talking about the new record.
There it is.
Again, it's very different from the one before. What I really appreciate, that you always move ahead and don't stay on the same level. This time you have many different new elements, like sort of gang shouts, sort of swing, and different instruments like trumpet, which is definitely not typical, and piano and strings. So is that the final goodbye to all the emo, screamo, metalcore thing?
I don't think we ever said hello to an emo, screamo, metalcore
No, but they
thing.
did to you.
Yeah, I think that... Well, actually, I think we were around before that term even existed, and I think people made up that term to talk about bands like us, and, like, bands always change, you know what I mean? And titles don't, you know? Metalcore will always be whatever metalcore is, and we're always kind of looking to move on. We're, you know, like Suicide Notes doesn't sound like Death Grip on Yesterday, you know?
Or the Curse of that.
Just like the Curse isn't going to sound like this record, so we're always changing, and it's more fun that way. It's more interesting for us. It came to a point where I think it was just kind of like, let's really do something ballsy and different. Who gives a fuck? And that's kind of what we did.
I'm from the south of the U.S., and I listen to a lot of like old country music and bands like Nine Inch Nails too. And you know, Dan listens to the '80s. Like, we all have different influences and different things to bring to the table. So we're never going to have a stationary sound, I think, which we don't want to.
Mm-hmm. Talking about the 80s, Blow. It's a killer track, but it's kind of the vein of Mötley Crüe or something like that, like glam rock. Really surprising, but you really got the same vibe. Did you grow up with that stuff?
I think we're just slightly too young for it. I think Dan really is into it, even though Dan was kind of too young for it a little himself too. We just like rock and roll, you know, and I mean, we've always kind of had those elements in a lot of our stuff, from like the bridge in Lip Gloss and Black to like All Right Side of the Bed, you know. Remember Sounds. We just kind of changed stuff up, but that song is pretty blatant, you know what I mean? But it's kind of done that way on purpose too. So.
But you don't start wearing spandex for that.
Actually, we are.
Last time you played here, you played a pretty funny cover version. I guess Bon Jovi's "You Give Love a Bad Name." Was it just a joke for you, or would you?
We love Bon Jovi. Like, we wanted to do a cover song that came out with the Curse, and we all decided, like, it as a whole, that Bon Jovi is a good, you know, I don't know, a good band for us to all agree on. So we did, and we love playing it.
Do you have any trouble with the old hardcore fans of you, because they don't follow you in the new direction?
No.
Don't you have a problem because you don't care about the people, or don't you have a problem because there aren't any negative comments?
I don't have a problem because I don't concern myself with like narrow-minded views of what people thought our music should be. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a musician. Like, people who don't like my stuff probably flip fucking hamburgers somewhere. Like, what the fuck do they know?
Yeah. Like, we write the music because we like it. We don't write it for record labels to sell records for, you know, we do it for ourselves. That's why we're here. We do it for that hour on stage, but it's the other part of the day that will drive you crazy.
Everybody wants to, like, you to be like, oh, it's great, like, I run around and do this or that. Like, they either want to hear that you're, like, doing drugs and drinking and hooking up with girls, or, like, some, like, other weird fantasy. It's like, dude, I wake up and I just wait to play. Like,
you're talking about, to the two people that, like, definitely don't do any of that stuff. Like, we just play shows and live our lives. We're not partiers or anything like that. We both have girlfriends. Yeah, we're boring.
So many people would be disappointed, huh?
I know, right?
At least the girls.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah. Sorry, ladies.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Okay, so the strip we will have next time, huh?
Yeah, I mean, if the money's right.
Okay, how much do you want?
At this point, like, to get down to my underwear, it'd probably be like about €1,000.
Oh,
Not a cheap date. Not a cheap date.
I mean, 50 I got with me, but 1,000, that's...
1,500?
No,
oh, €1,500. You heard it.
50.
You said it. No, we heard it.
€1,500. Next
50.
We're gonna book that cologne show maybe like 6 days. Get ready.
You know, I didn't know this, but I could actually take that 50 back to Hamburg, Germany, and do something very bad with it.
Hey, you got a girlfriend, don't forget.
We played in the Reaper Bar. It was,
Yeah, it was
like
intense.
right there. It was intense.
If they like you, do they offer you discounts? Because I definitely got offered discounted rates a couple times.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, do you think €20 is that a bad deal or a good deal?
But maybe they pay you.
That's what I was trying to tell the girl. She got mad at me. I was like, I don't pay for sex. You should pay me. Why? You don't pay for sex. Why would I pay for sex? You're crazy. You give me money, I'll have sex with you. No, get out of here. Tired. Bitch.
Okay, so that's the way rock and roll happens nowadays in 2007, huh?
The hookers pay Atreyu.
Yeah, that's all you need to do.
Okay,
Post
that's-
this on
that's
your
the headline.
website. There it is.
Okay, thanks a lot, guys, and next time I bring the money for this trip.
Awesome.
Okay,
Thanks.
thanks.